The Malarat Mansion. Even the name sends shivers down your spine. A Gothic manor, perched high on the hill overlooking Harbor's End. Locals whisper about the mansion, but never too loudly. Some say it's cursed. Others believe it's haunted. Everyone agrees. Some places hold on to darkness longer than others. The Malarat Mansion is drenched in it. The mansion stands as a monument to a bygone era, a time of opulence and grandeur. Now it's a decaying relic. Its windows are like vacant eyes staring out at the town below. The once vibrant gardens are choked with weeds. Twisted, gnarled trees claw at the walls. The Malarat Mansion doesn't just occupy space, it dominates it. For years, stories have circulated about the mansion and its inhabitants. Tales of tragedy, madness, and unexplained phenomena. Some dismiss them as folklore, nothing more than spooky tales told to scare children. But those who have dared to venture too close know the truth. The Malarat Mansion holds secrets, dark and terrible. Secrets that refuse to stay buried. The air itself feels heavy around the manor. It's as if the weight of its history, its sorrow, and its secrets press down on you. You can almost hear the whispers on the wind, the echoes of screams that linger in the silence. The Malarat Mansion is a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. A place where the past refuses to die, and the darkness is always listening. The Malarat family history is a tapestry woven with threads of wealth, power, and tragedy. The mansion, built in the late 1800s, was a testament to their fortune. Alexandre Malarat, the patriarch, made his fortune in shipping. His ships sailed the globe, bringing back riches from distant lands. But with wealth came a darkness. Alexandre was a ruthless businessman, known for his iron will and his cold heart. He ruled his family with the same iron fist he used in his business dealings. His wife, Genevieve, was a beautiful but fragile woman, trapped in a loveless marriage. She found solace in her two children, a boy named Louis and a girl named Katerina. Tragedy struck the Malarat family when Louis, a promising young artist, died suddenly at the age of 20. The cause of death was never determined, but rumors of consumption and suicide spread through the town like wildfire. Genevieve, unable to bear the loss of her beloved son, retreated into a world of madness. Alexandre, consumed by grief and guilt, became even more reclusive and controlling. He poured his energy into his business, seeking solace in his wealth and power. But the darkness that had always clung to him grew stronger, fueled by his sorrow and his secrets. Years passed, and the Malarat Mansion became shrouded in an almost palpable gloom. The laughter of children was replaced by the silence of ghosts. The once grand balls and lavish parties were nothing more than faded memories. The Malarat family, once the envy of Harbor's End, became a symbol of tragedy and despair. The Malarat Mansion is a magnet for the curious and the brave, or perhaps the foolish. Over the years, numerous stories have surfaced about strange occurrences within its walls. Footsteps echoing in the empty halls, disembodied whispers on the wind, and a feeling of being watched, of never being truly alone. One of the most common experiences reported by those who dare to enter the mansion is a feeling of intense cold. Even on the warmest summer day, an unnatural chill permeates the air. Some believe it's the lingering presence of Genevieve Malarat, her sorrow clinging to the mansion like a shroud. Others tell of seeing a young woman in a white dress, her face pale and drawn, wandering the halls. Local legend claims it's Katerina Malarat, searching endlessly for something she lost within the mansion's walls. Some say it's a lost love, others whisper of a hidden treasure. But whatever Katerina seeks, she seems doomed to search for it for all eternity. And then there are the whispers, faint, disembodied voices that seem to come from the very walls themselves. Some claim to have heard Alexandre Malarat's voice, cold and commanding, still trying to exert control, even in death. Others hear the mournful sobs of Genevieve, her cries echoing through the empty rooms. The whispers are a chilling reminder that the Malarat mansion is not a place for the living. The townsfolk of Harbor's End have their own theories about the strange occurrences at the Malarat mansion. Some believe the mansion is haunted by the restless spirits of the Malarat family, their souls unable to find peace. Others whisper of ancient curses and malevolent entities trapped within the mansion's walls. One local legend claims that Alexandre Malarat, obsessed with immortality, made a pact with a dark force in his later years. The pact, it said, granted him wealth and power beyond measure, but at a terrible cost. He condemned his family and his descendants to an eternity of suffering within the mansion's walls. Another theory suggests that the mansion sits atop an ancient burial ground, a place of power where the veil between worlds is thin. The tragedies that befell the Malarat family, they say, were not acts of fate, but the result of disturbing the spirits that reside there. Whatever the truth may be, the stories persist, passed down through generations, ensuring that the legend of the Malarat mansion lives on. The mansion stands as a stark reminder that some secrets are best left buried, and that some places are forever marked by the darkness that resides within them. A mistério em torno da Mansão Malarat se aprofundou com a morte do próprio Alexandre Malarat. Encontrado morto em seu escritório, as circunstâncias estavam envoltas em suspeitas. A causa oficial da morte foi considerada um ataque cardíaco, mas rumores de jogo sujo se espalharam rapidamente por Harbor's End. Alexandre foi descoberto por sua leal governanta, a Sra. Hawthorne. A mulher estava profundamente abalada, alegando que a porta do escritório estava trancada por dentro. Esse detalhe apenas alimentou os boatos. Alguns sussurravam sobre uma maldição familiar, finalmente reivindicando o patriarca. Outros sugeriam um rival de negócios desprezado, buscando vingança. Adicionando à intriga estava o estado do próprio escritório. Papéis estavam espalhados por toda parte, como se Alexandre estivesse freneticamente procurando por algo em seus momentos finais. Um compartimento oculto em sua mesa havia sido forçado, e seu conteúdo estava desaparecido. O que quer que Alexandre mantinha em segredo, parecia ter desaparecido com ele. As autoridades, no entanto, permaneceram céticas. Atribuíram o escritório perturbado ao pânico da Sra. Hawthorne, ansiosa para explicar a porta trancada. Os itens desaparecidos do compartimento oculto foram descartados como bugigangas insignificantes. E apesar da inquietação dos moradores, o caso foi encerrado. Alexandre Malarat, concluíram, havia morrido de morte natural. Mas para aqueles que conheciam a verdade sobre a família Malarat, sobre a escuridão que os envolvia, a explicação oficial soava vazia. Algo não estava certo. Algo estava faltando. E as respostas, eles acreditavam, estavam escondidas dentro das paredes da própria Mansão Malarat. Section 6. The Vanishing of Katerina. If Alexandre's death cast a shadow over the Malarat family, Katerina's disappearance plunged them into utter despair. It happened a year to the day after her father's passing. One moment she was there, tending her roses in the overgrown garden, and the next, she was gone. Searches were organized, but they yielded nothing. No trace of Katerina was ever found. Some whispered that she had run away, unable to bear the weight of her family's tragic history. Others feared the worst, speculating that she had met with foul play. The most disturbing theory, however, was linked to the mansion itself. Some believed that the house, hungry for souls, had claimed Katerina as its own. They pointed to the sudden disappearance of other residents over the years, servants and groundskeepers who had vanished without a trace. The loss of Katerina broke Genevieve Malarat completely. Already teetering on the edge of madness, she retreated further into herself, rarely leaving her room. The mansion, once a symbol of wealth and grandeur, became her prison, a tomb where she lived out her final days haunted by the ghosts of her family. With no heirs and a cloud of suspicion hanging over the estate, the Malarat mansion was left to decay. The once grand gardens became choked with weeds, the once gleaming windows boarded up, and the once welcoming doors sealed shut. The mansion stood alone on the hill overlooking Harbor's End, a grim reminder of the Malarat family's tragic fate. Section 7. Seeking Answers in the Shadows. The mysteries surrounding the Malarat mansion have attracted more than just curious onlookers. Over the years, paranormal investigators, historians, and self-proclaimed psychics have made the pilgrimage to Harbor's End, hoping to unlock the secrets hidden within its walls. One such group was led by Dr. Emily Carter, a renowned paranormal investigator known for her scientific approach to the supernatural. Dr. Carter and her team spent several weeks at the mansion, conducting a series of experiments and documenting their findings. They recorded unexplained temperature fluctuations, electronic voice phenomena, and even what appeared to be spectral figures in their photographs. While Dr. Carter remained cautious in her conclusions, stating that more research was needed, her findings breathed new life into the legend surrounding the Malarat mansion. Her work suggested that there was more to the mansion than met the eye, that the stories of hauntings and unexplained phenomena might be more than just local folklore. Despite the efforts of Dr. Carter and others, the mysteries of the Malarat mansion remain unsolved. The mansion stands as a challenge to those who seek to understand the unknown, a place where the veil between our world and the next seems perilously thin. Section 8. Trapped Between Worlds. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of the Malarat mansion is the sense that it exists in a liminal space, a place caught between the world of the living and the realm of the dead. Those who have dared to venture inside describe a feeling of disorientation, as if time itself flows differently within its walls. Some believe that the mansion acts as a conduit, a place where the barriers between worlds are weakened. The tragedies that befell the Malarat family, they say, created a rift in the fabric of reality, allowing spirits and entities from other realms to cross over into our own. Others speculate that the mansion itself is sentient, a living entity that feeds on the energy of the living. They point to the mansion's long history of tragedy and the numerous disappearances that have occurred within its walls as evidence. Whether the Malarat mansion is haunted by the spirits of the dead, inhabited by entities from other realms, or simply a place where the weight of sorrow and despair has seeped into the very foundation, one thing is certain. It is a place of undeniable power, a place where the laws of nature seem to bend and break. Section 9. The mansion's secrets remain. The Malarat mansion still stands on that hill, a brooding sentinel overlooking Harbor's End. It remains a source of endless fascination and speculation. Is it truly haunted? Is it a portal to another dimension? Or is it simply a decaying relic of a bygone era, its dark reputation nothing more than the product of overactive imaginations? The truth, like the mansion itself, remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain, the stories will continue to be told, whispered in hushed tones around campfires, shared in online forums, and passed down from generation to generation. Because some stories, like the legend of the Malarat mansion, refuse to die. They linger in our collective consciousness, a reminder that there are some things in this world that we may never fully understand. And perhaps that's what makes the Malarat mansion so fascinating. It represents the unknown, the things that go bump in the night, the shadows that lurk at the edge of our perception. It reminds us that despite our best efforts to explain away the mysteries of the universe, there will always be those things that defy logic and reason. things that send shivers down our spines and make us question the very nature of reality itself. So the next time you find yourself in Harbor's End, take a moment to look up at the hill. Look at the Malarat mansion silhouetted against the setting sun. Listen closely, and you might just hear the echoes of the past, the whispers of secrets that refuse to stay buried. But be warned, some secrets are best left undisturbed, and some places are best left unexplored.